Another morning, getting ready to dig some holes and set some poles. We're gonna take a look at wherever our water lines are going and our sewer lines and our power lines. Looks like we got a manhole cover up here. Got a couple of them. We got one for a sewer. Had big old dirt spots where we're going. See if we can't find somebody here and find out where the power lines are for this. Make sure we don't cross anything with these lights. Go ahead, get the machine off. Let us get situated and ready to roll, and we'll get to work. There's our playground. Time to go ahead, start staging equipment, start getting everything ready to go. Joey will set the bucket down out of the way, and we're gonna go ahead and start getting into these crates and find out what we got for parts. Make sure we've got everything that we need to go ahead and get started while we wait for the boss man to get here and tell us where we're gonna go ahead and actually do the installation. One thing to be certain of, when you have things like this out in your work field, utilities generally will not come out and locate these. So what we've got to do is we've got to do it privately. So we have our own locating equipment, and we're going to go ahead and see if we can't find where this line goes underground. So let's see what we can find. All right, well, while we were getting everything laid out, we went ahead and let the locating equipment go ahead and get charged up. So we're charged up and we're connected to the light pole just to make sure that we can find out what it is we have underground. And it looks like, as we turned on our locator and went ahead and set our frequency, I'm gonna drop our volume down just so it's not too annoying. But as you can see, we've already marked it, but our power line is going to be directly below us, and we can check the depth. We are at a depth of 1 foot 0 inches. So what we did was we went ahead and marked all of our lines, and as you can see, it goes right through our playground, which is not the best news, but it's also pretty close to the border, so we really shouldn't be drilling in this region because of our 6-foot safety use zones. But we are going to go ahead and get a shovel real quick on this just to make sure that that is in fact what we've got and that is where it is. So we're going to check that real quick and be right back. Well, sure enough, there we are. Went ahead and hand dug. There's our power line. So we can see that power line's going all the way straight over to that power light right there. So we do know that we do have live electrical, but we are also very, very close to our borders, well within our 6 foot. So there shouldn't be any drilling or anything to bother it in there. So continue to follow our lines. We'll see that Joey also found a sign here. So, and again, it goes right over to that light pole. So, all right, safety first. We've achieved that. All is good. We're going to go ahead and start drilling. All right, while Joey goes and unpacks and gets the crate opened up, here's what we're looking at. Starting off every playground, you kind of get some dimensions on what it's going to look like. These are our post hole locations where we're going to be putting all of our posts, so we can start to get an idea of how this is going to be laid out. You kind of flip a different page over and kind of get a view of the two-dimensional drawing, what the playground's going to look like when it's fully assembled. Again, same dimensions. So talking with the customer, they want us to be about 30 feet off of the building. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and get ourselves marked off and just go ahead and pick a first point. So we're going to do a little bit of math here, pull some lines and get some diagonals. Make sure we have got a good straight square area to work inside of. All right, a little bit of math on the book, a little bit of math on the ground. What we have found is we're gonna come back off about 13.8 off of this line here, off of our back line over here, and we're gonna come out 13.5, and this is gonna give us the center of our very first deck. So we are aiming for that 13.5 right there. That is gonna be the middle of the actual play structure. So we're gonna go ahead and get this deck set down, get it pinned out, and get ready to drill. Oh, that's my little Hercules. All right, got the deck centered. We're gonna go ahead and start marking out where we're gonna drill our first couple of holes for these first couple of posts. Oh, watch Joey smack these down. Yeah. And so now we've set the location for our first deck. So the playground is laid out. We've got it ready to go. We're gonna go ahead and probably pick up our tapes and pick up our deck, and Joey's gonna go ahead and get Nemo ready to start drilling the first holes. All right, folks, favorite part of the day. It's time to start digging holes and setting poles. We're gonna let Joey go ahead and get started, and I'm gonna run in there and get things cleaned up while he drills. All right, we're gonna go ahead and get the transit set up. So we've got our laser over there on the tripod, and what we're gonna do is go ahead and shoot our holes, make sure that we've got everything nice and level. So we're gonna go ahead and get the laser set. We're gonna get the transit set, and then we're gonna go ahead and start matching depths. So Joey's gonna go ahead, set the stick in the ground, and he's gonna go ahead and slide that receiver up until he gets a green light, and then we will know what our depth is. So that green light right there is what we're aiming for. We want to see that green light on every single hole, and that'll tell us that we are at the same spot on every single one. Yellow light, we're a little high. What do you think? So that lets you know that all 4 holes are the same level. Then we go ahead and put in our block foundations. Make sure our post's got a good resting place. So earlier, Joey did the inventory, got everything all laid out for us. So he's overlooking at the book right now to find out what size posts we need. Looks like these are all of our posts down here at the bottom of the crate. 3 130s and a 122. So here's our 122. So we're gonna go ahead and get the posts that we need out of here. Let's get the wrappers off of them, and we'll get them set in the holes. Introduce a third man to the crew.
Spacer?
This is man number 3, the dead man.
Oh, he's the guy that holds it up?
He's the guy that holds it for us. Very rarely complains. Doesn't say a whole lot.
Kind of quiet.
Does his job. That's all we need him to do. So it's a 40-inch deck. You guys are doing 12 inches of mulch.
I don't know. You asking me, I don't know.
So we're going to set Mr. Deadman to 52 inches.
Y'all put the mulch in too, or we do that?
Y'all are doing that here.
Okay.
You're making it a team building project?
Oh, is that what it is? Platform, huh?
Correct.
There you go. I'm with you. Now you talking.
And they will all fall in the hole. Every single one of them. All right, let's start with the high side.
Really, you just got to get it close till you get the concrete in, then you get it finalized.
No, no. This is where, once we get it pretty close, I get out of the way and I let Joey do what he does. Watch what he does. It's kind of fun to watch.
What's that?
He's gonna make it perfect. And it's much better when I'm out of the way. Because when he'll do one and then I'll do one and then he'll be like, no, why'd you do that? He's like, I had it perfect. That's fast. Let's go check Joey's work. So when you look at them, you want your distances nice and tight. All right, Joey, front right, bottom towards the building. See how you see the top is still open, the bottom
you have
closed?
a leveling thing on there?
No, just our eyeballs. Ooh, let me see what you got. See how that closes. There you go, nice. All right, those ones are good. Check these guys over here. Oh yeah, see how they close? They close about perfectly. That gap in the bottom and you're checking the top. That's how you know your poles are aligned with each other. Now we're gonna go ahead and, actually I'll tell you what, we'll go over on this side. Check our diagonal. Diagonal closes at the top and the bottom. Very nice. We're gonna go ahead and check. Shaky hands. Nice. And then we're gonna check this guy right here. So the bottom closes just before the top. Back left, bottom needs to go towards the borders, towards the laser. Just a scotch, like literally a... Good. That was it. Now you can see that gap closes perfectly. With that, if you just let the Joey do the Joey, Joey does a beautiful job. He takes great pride in his alignment and it looks absolutely fantastic. We'll tighten up the straps. Let's go ahead and get our concrete laid out and get ready to set these poles. All right, coming back on day 2. Checking, getting the straps off the structure, making sure that everything set itself real good overnight. Shouldn't have any issues with us getting started and going ahead and starting to add the rest of our decks. So we're gonna continue to get set up, get our tools together, make sure everything is good and tight, and we'll be right back. There's all of our impacts. There's one. There's 2. We'll need these guys today. Gonna go ahead and get our favorite drills. I don't know if that's a favorite or not. Gotta have the clip on it. We'll get 2 of these guys with clips. Set them on the work table over here. Joey's got the batteries. Picking up where we left off yesterday. Go ahead and get our drawings out. And here's where we're going to pick up. We're going to start with our triangle deck, get our kick plate put on, and go ahead and get our holes drilled for this post right here. And I think we're going to drill these 2 since we'll have the auger on the machine, and get those all shot with the transit, set and leveled. Part of getting ready comes with going through all of our hardware, so we're taking a little bit of time and finishing up our inventory to make sure that we've got all of our pieces and our parts and all of our assorted bracketry that we need for putting this, that, and the other together. And then, of course, we have our bags of hardware that Joey's going to start sifting through and figuring out what we've got and what goes where. For this manufacturer, every component on the playground's got its own bag of parts, so you can't really mess it up too terribly bad. We've got slide, we've got a climber, we've got a hood, slide in the hood, we've got our transfer station, we've got our steps, and our fan climber, and our bongo.
I love it.
We love the bongo. So we're going to go ahead and find our hardware for our deck plate, and we're going to go ahead and get started on getting this triangle deck put up and start moving forward. All right, so Joey's got the deck plate. We're going to go ahead and get this part assembled up, get our hardware put together. This next deck that we're putting up is going up 8 inches. So this deck is set to 40 inches. So this one is going up to 48 inches. Joey's gonna get the level, I'll get the deck. Now that we've got that, we'll go ahead and set our deck down and get our pins ready so that we can mark our drill location. So Joey's got that one laid out, and he's got that pin set over here for the triangle deck, which is where we're going to put that. We're going to go ahead and mark our location for our next 2 posts that are going to be holding up the steps and the railings. This is also known as the transfer station. So we're going to go ahead and go 29.5 inches. All right, favorite part of the day, time to start drilling holes and setting poles. So because we're on private property, we were able to leave our tripod stood up, come back over to here, and didn't do it on camera yesterday, but we made a little mark right here. And although it's difficult to see, there's a little bit of a laser line there. It's there, so that lets us know that our tripod basically was not messed with. Our laser is still good. So where we left our transit eye is going to be in the right spot, so we're going to go ahead and shoot these holes. Okay, these are the last 3 poles that we have. So we're all done with the transit, so we can put the tripod and the laser away. All the rest of the holes are done by tape measure. Now that we have the poles in, we'll go ahead, we'll get this triangle deck put up and get it bolted to the kick plate. Got it?
Got her.
On to the next. I think we're going to start the transfer station, and I think Joey's going to start working on some slides. All right, we're going to go ahead and get started with getting the stairs on, and Joey's going to start working on his safety rails up on the top deck, and I'm going to get started on the transfer station. 40 minus 16 is still 24? It's still 24. All right. So the steps are going to drop 24 inches. Going from a 40-inch deck down to a 16-inch transfer station. So we're going to go ahead and figure out what we need to do. How many buckets do we need? Only about 24 inches. Let's see, we got a variety here. We got some blues, we got some reds. So it looks like that many buckets. It's going to be our number. So let's go ahead and put our little helper in place. We'll get some steps. We're right in the way of the shot, but it's fine. We'll get the steps on and we'll explain it later. We should be able to balance them on there just like that. Hardways here. Never have too many levels. All right, so what you do is you get your railing put on your steps like that. Let your railing go ahead and dictate the level of your steps because it's all been manufactured to be level. So we've got one railing on. While Joey finishes up his safety loop up there, I'll get the other one moving. Now that the handrails are installed, everything's a lot more rigid. The steps will support themselves because we've got the handrails bolted into the steps. Get a couple of these nuisance items out of our way. You'll see everything sits and floats just fine. Now we'll go ahead and get these steps level. Steps are nice and level. All right, so now we're going ahead and starting to drill. Joey's getting ready to set his fan climber and his swirly climber, and we're gonna go ahead and get this transfer deck set over here. So we've got our spikes in there ready to go. trick is to do it all without falling in the hole. Backwards. All right, well, from time to time, trying to get this job done in one day because it's a smaller playground, but from time to time, we will go ahead and pour concrete just a little bit early like we've started doing now. But what you'll notice is that from time to time, metal is not always perfectly straight. And as a result, sometimes when you try and get those levels on the right spot, you got to go ahead and apply a little bit of leverage. So that's what we just got done doing. Got some leverage on these posts so that we can go ahead and get everything straight and lined up, get everything congruent, make sure that we are all in the same. There we go. Things look much better now. So we've got the straps in, so now we're going to go ahead and continue on with the concrete because we've got some other holes that we've got to drill that are very, very close to these existing holes, and unfortunately that causes the holes to collapse. So we're going to go ahead and get these filled with concrete, let some of that set up. While that's setting up, we'll go ahead and do the slides, and then we'll be able to come back and get that final step put in. So we're just going to continue straightening and getting the concrete in. Bucket under it? Oh, sugar! I didn't know it wasn't connected at all. There we go. Get a different perspective of the same view. All right, we've got these last two items. We put the spinner in over here already. Dug that down about 30 couple inches, whatever the book said on that. So we're good to go there. We're going to go ahead and put in this driving wheel wall and get these holes dug. right, getting to the end of the day here. Time to start doing our concrete, get all of our posts set. All right, 10 minutes later, we're gonna go ahead, pick up some trash, get some stuff cleaned up, and we'll start working on the borders. Well, we had a phone overheat issue. Didn't realize that. Got the playground all finished up. Got the borders all put up. Did our final grading all around the project. That's what she looks like. So we'll do a walk around here in just a moment. Well, there you have it. Another project with digging holes and setting poles. All done. All things considered, it was a great project. It took us about a day and a half. We did start yesterday, got that first deck put up there yesterday, so I was able to finish the project today. All of the border is in, all of our safety stickers are on, everything is good. The other components of the playground were all set in the back here. Measurements were taken and backfill has been completed. Structure has been washed down, and with that, a final look at this completed project. If that looks high right here, it's because there's supposed to be 12 inches of mulch in that deck that you see on there. It's a single person spinner. They grab onto that and kind of twirl around up there. They're supposed to be 13 inches off the finished surface, so we're actually going to be 12. Made it just a little bit lower for the little kids. So once they fill this up with 12 inches of mulch, that will be a perfect spot for them. Everything else is set and ready to go. We're getting the truck and the machine all hitched up and ready to roll. We'll see you on the next project, digging holes and setting poles.